Hi everyone, it's me again, and in today's short video blog, I'm going to go out of the ordinary and I want to discuss what we've studied so far and give you actual examples from my own experience. As I said when I started this video blog, this is not about some kind of a spiritual, theoretical course. This is actually things that you should do, and it's based out of my knowledge and out of my experience and out of my teachings throughout way over 2 decades. So let's dive right in. The first thing I want to discuss is the fact that being a salesperson, wanting to make a sale, and your integrity should go hand in hand, which means you should know for a fact that your client would be happy with your product. And if you are, then it's perfectly okay to make a sale, to push for a sale. I am a salesperson. I'm happy. I am not ashamed of it. I've never seen a Mercedes-Benz salesperson saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. Is it too expensive for you? Oh, it's $50,000 for a car. Maybe you want a disc." No. He's selling a great product. Why shouldn't he be proud? You'll pay $50,000 for a Mercedes-Benz. Most likely you'll be happy with the product. So let's dive right in, and I want to share a couple of my experiences with you about the importance of the warm-up and how it's actually done and what happens in an actual meeting. So the first meeting that I want to share with you was with a CPA in Los Angeles. So I walk into his office. I don't know him from Adam. I don't know the guy. But the first thing that I noticed, because as I told you, I walk into the office, I go like this. And I absorb. I observe and I absorb. And I saw that he had a double screen, and on both, his computer screen, and on both screens, there was the same picture of Waikiki Bay in Hawaii. Now I'm familiar, I was there once. I don't know it well, but I recognized the place and I said, "Oh, Waikiki, what's the connection?" Just like that. I was there once. What's your story? I mean, obviously it means something. Now, in my mind, I thought that he's going to go on and on about his vacationing time in Hawaii, goes there every week, whatever it is, every month, whatever. But that wasn't the case. I was blown away. Turns out that he found a picture of his own father in Waikiki Beach, in one of the hotels, having beer with his friends during his father's army service. And there was a date on that picture. And it was one night before Pearl Harbor Day. I was blown away. Turns out that his father, was there in Pearl Harbor on Pearl Harbor Day. And for the next 15 minutes, I got the best history lesson that I ever got. I was blown away. It was very interesting. We connected on a very profound, personal way. And at the end of the meeting, he closed the deal, no questions. Because the connection was there. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. My next example is actually going to end with a bang. Trust me. So I walk into this office of a construction guy. He had a pretty good-sized construction company in Queens, New York. And 2 minutes into the conversation, he tells me that his mother came back from her doctor and she contracted cancer for the second time. And it's terminal. And the doctor basically told her to start saying her farewells. I felt like somebody punched me in the gut. It was gut-wrenching. Now, I had my encounters with cancer. Luckily, not myself or my immediate family, but several of my friends and family did battle cancer, and some of them lost. And in that meeting in Queens, what pursued was a very, very hard, sad conversation about cancer. At the end of that conversation, I knew about his mother, his wife, his 2 kids. He came from a Greek family, and I knew basically everything there was to know about him. However, when we pursued with the conversation and the presentation, and the meeting went on, and at some point it was like, okay, sign the line that is dotted. And the guy was on the fence and would not budge. And I did everything. I actually called my CEO to ask for his help. And the guy wouldn't budge. He was on the fence, saying things like, give me a few days. I'm not sure this is for me. I want to think about it. Yada, yada, yada. And I know for a fact that leaving his office means no sale. Forever, for sure. And he goes, I want to think about it. At some point, I actually did this. Take a chance. And I slammed my hand on his conference table in his conference room. At that point, I had an out-of-body experience, to be very honest with you. And I was like, that's it, Eric. You're dead. He's kicking you out. You had the nerve to bang your head on his conference table in his conference room and ask him to buy from you. That's insane. But guess what? He signed and he paid. Because he saw my conviction to remind you the client needs to love you and see that you love the product. And that brings the client to love the product, and that's what happened. Now, kids, do not try this at home. Don't go around banging on people's conference room tables. But bear in mind that the most important part and your most important skill is connecting with the client on a personal level and making him love you. I hope you understand. If you enjoyed this short video blog, please share it with all your contacts. And if you have any comments, I'll be very happy to reply. And I'll see you next time.